If you run a law firm or legal practice in Australia, whether you are a sole practitioner, a boutique firm, or a growing practice with multiple lawyers and support staff, the financial pressures of running the business are real and specific to the industry. Client disbursements need to be funded up front before they are recovered. Office fit outs and technology upgrades require significant capital. Staff salaries and overheads are fixed costs regardless of what month to month billing looks like. And the gap between completing work, invoicing a client, and actually receiving payment can stretch to 60 or 90 days, sometimes longer on complex matters. Most law firms manage this through bank overdrafts or personal funds. But there are better options available that most legal practitioners either don't know about or haven't explored. Let me run through what is actually available. For working capital, covering disbursements, payroll during a gap in billings, or any operational cost that needs funding before client payments land. An unsecured business loan gives you between $10,000 and $150,000 without needing to put up any property or asset as security. The application takes 5 to 15 minutes online. Decisions typically come back within a few hours, and funds can be in your account the same day you sign the loan agreement. For larger capital requirements, a significant office fit out, technology infrastructure, or practice management software, a secure business loan or equipment finance gives you access to larger amounts and better rates with terms from 1 to 5 years. If your practice regularly invoices clients and waits on payment, whether from individual clients, insurance companies, or government bodies, invoice finance lets you unlock up to 85% of outstanding invoice values immediately. The lender collects from your client when the invoice falls due. For practices doing significant volumes of commercial or litigation work with long billing cycles, this can fundamentally change how cash flow is managed. A business line of credit is the fourth option worth knowing. Rather than a lump sum, you get a pre approved facility that you draw on as needed and only pay interest on what you have used. For a legal practice managing unpredictable cash flow between matters, this is often the most practical ongoing structure. Now, here is what most lawyers don't know about the approval process with non bank lenders. You do not need to own property. You do not need years of audited financial statements. Non bank lenders assess your application primarily on your last 3 to 6 months of business bank statements. If your practice is generating consistent revenue, the eligibility bar is lower and the process is faster than dealing with a bank. Standard requirements are an active ABN for at least 4 to 6 months, minimum monthly revenue of between $6,000 and $12,000, and Australian residency. Decisions typically come back within a few hours. When comparing loan options, always ask for the total repayment amount in dollars. That is the only number that tells you the real cost of the finance. The link in the description takes you to a free comparison tool, 5 minutes, no credit check,